This is Devil Baby. I'm taking over for the normal bitch that does this shit every week. Game Junkie. Anyway, you might be wondering why my forehead says 333. That's only because I'm only half satanic. I'm the spawn of Satan. That's right, and I'm here to talk about games, especially some bitch named Carolyn Bishopworth, who hates Mass Effect 3. She calls it Mass Effect 3. But anyway, look at this shit. I'm gonna put it down in the link down here in the description. I want you guys to go and read this shit for yourself. Look at all the pictures and everything. It's pretty cool. But this lady's a complete tool, and she needs to be, like, excommunicated. This is the kind of woman that deserves to go to heaven, where all the crap, sucks. I mean, seriously, you people want to go to heaven, where all they do is sit around and pray all day. You know what they pray for? They pray so that they can come down to hell with me and Pop, because all we do all day is tag fine bitches. That's right, in hell there is no rules. You want to come down and get a piece of ass every day, or you want to go to heaven and sit around and drink tea and fucking pray? Come on, you know what you want to do. I'm not saying all Christians are bad. Some of them are pretty cool. I have some ties with some of them. I'm not going to tell you why or for what, but let's just say I have dealings with some religion people, and that's all you need to know. So anyway, Carolyn Bishopworth is like the biggest mega bitch on the face of this planet. She hates everybody. The only people that she likes is like hardcore Christians that hate games and just hate homosexuals and lesbians. Homosexuals and lesbians are like some of my favorite people. For real. They're cool as hell. I mean, seriously, what is this woman's problem? She's such a bitch. So, I found out where she lived, and after I sodomized her a little bit, and bent her over in the back of a big-ass Buick, I was like, alright, you're gonna do this against your will. And I recorded her reading exactly what she wrote on that stupid Christ Warrior site. And here she is.
God willing, please remove all children under the age of 30 from the kitchen before you read this article. It contains extremely offensive and sinful contents and is a warning to fathers and mothers everywhere. If you haven't already moved the computer to your kitchen, do so immediately. The kitchen is the safest place for the family computer because you can always see what your spouse or child is reading. I have faith that the children in my congregation are strong enough to resist temptation. I've been speaking regularly to high school students in my county, for over 20 years on the dangerous filth of video games. Unfortunately, not all of our kids are as strong as the ideal Christian young man or woman. Recently, we've been accepting converted children from ethnic and Catholic backgrounds to attend our Jesus camp. I am a head administrator and use surveillance systems in the rooms to ensure our angels are sleeping soundly during the dark hours of the night and not gossiping or performing the unholy act of self-fornication, masturbation. Imagine my surprise when I heard some girls giggling about a video game entitled Mass Effect, a clear pun on the ability of the technology deviants to seduce our flaccid boys en masse. I quickly ran into the presentation room. I dare not call it a theater. Those places where homosexuals spread their propaganda faster than their loose bums. And sent some emails to my colleagues for information. Jack Thompson, anti-video game martyr, had left me the Bible of anti-video game references. This is an urgent warning to all godly parents and those who obey his word. Mass Erect 3 is a recruitment tool for those intolerant of conservatives, Christians, and patriots. You must immediately, after reading this, tell your church to spread the word on how dangerous this godless dribble is. Thankfully, we caught it early. The latest edition in the game series is not to be released until next spring. Still, our voices of opposition must sing out like a gospel choir. In Mass Effect, an otherwise good Christian man is sent to defend humanity from the Rapers, a race of massive dildo machines intent on fornicating with every man, woman, and child. In fact, all life is being raped in order to continue their species. It's no coincidence that they keep mentioning species. The plague of evolution lie is filled throughout the series. The good in this series ends here, as it turns out the main character, whose biblical name insults Christians everywhere, Shepherd, is only interested in preserving peace with the other heathen aliens. He should be converting others or killing the aliens at least. There is nothing in the Holy Bible about aliens. The entire game is about defiling the Bible and preaching nonsense and evil. The makers of the game, BioWare, which sounds like a condom company, are located in a socialist Scandinavian country of sin, Canada. It's no surprise Canadians would make such a disgusting game to insult us believers. The aliens are everywhere and frightening enough to make me lose sleep, especially the quick-talking Salivatians, who remind me of the Chinese menace. They're small but fast. Worse still, the oldest and wisest aliens are a race of blue lesbians who stick their tentacles into everything they can try and simply pleasure themselves. They control almost everything and represent Europeans. The Asai are unsurprisingly a race of only women, given that women are the weaker gender. Mass Effect is trying to undo traditional family gender roles. These SRE should be raising the half-breed children while their manly Turian husbands work. Instead, they fornicate wildly with anything they can get their hands on to reproduce on their own. This is an insult to the virgin birth. Only a man and a woman can make a child, not a woman on her own. After interviewing some of the girls at my camp, I found out this type of game is called an RPG. This both stands for role-playing game and conveniently real phallic gay. I found that worse still, the player can choose whether to be good or evil. The problem is that both choices are really evil. Children should not be taught it's okay to choose to be evil. For that matter, I don't understand why they allowed the player to create a female character. A woman's place is not in space. Finally, the player is taught to explore the Quirian flotilla. It's a race of overprotected liberal children who live in spacesuits because they can't stand human germs. Like Eve after touching the forbidden fruit, the Quirians made an artificial intelligence that revolted against them. Life cannot create life. Only God in his infinite wisdom can. The Quirians bit the apple of sin and are thankfully banished to the outskirts of the galaxy. The Quirians are a bunch of freeloading liberal communist hippies who ravage any planet they touch. They all live in a communal quarters and do everything for the common good. This is communist indoctrination at its worst, and I, for one, will not stand for it. I recommend continuing the boycott of all video games by decent people everywhere. Once we let our guard down, the liberal menace will penetrate us wherever we stand or sit. Vigilance is key, and perseverance is essential. Brothers and sisters, stand tall but stay rightfully limp against Mass Effect and its like. Thank you and God bless.
Wasn't that fucking stupid? I mean, seriously. There's a problem here with this lady. Either A, she's been, bent over way too many times and hates men and everybody else, or she hasn't been bent over enough and doesn't know what she's missing. So let's look at some of these pictures. Okay, first of all, she has a problem with this purple bitch in the water. Why? Look at her boobs. Who doesn't like boobs? Seriously. Those are gigantic. That's hot as fuck. What the hell is this bitch's problem? She just keeps going on and on. Look at this machine. That's fucking brilliant. Make a big ramming device to penetrate shit. That's hot. I mean, Christ. Me and Bob sit around and fuck animals sometimes, So, like I said, I'm putting the link in the description down below. You guys can check it out. I want you to leave her nasty comments and find her Twitter and fucking just destroy her. She probably won't listen though, she's fucking thick-headed as shit. Anyway, that's been this ramble for this week. And seriously, think about my offer, alright? You really want to come down here with me and Pop? Or do you want to go up there, where it's boring all the time? The only game they have up there is fucking ping pong. And ping pong's pretty cool, but the way they play it, nobody ever loses. I mean, seriously, fuck that. Peace.